Welcome to Underrated or Overrated with LEGO Access.
Clone Wars is arguably the greatest Star Wars project, but how good is it in terms of LEGO? So welcome back to LEGO Access as we look at the greatest LEGO Star Wars Clone Wars sets ever. So welcome back guys, welcome back to the third video of the streak. Let's see how long we can keep this going. Make sure to subscribe, make sure to like, and make sure to check out the other videos. So let's have a look then at the LEGO Clone Wars set. Starting off all the way back in 2008, we've got Anakin's Jedi Starfighter. Now, it looks good, and something that always amused me with LEGO Star Wars, the Clone Wars, is just how stupid the figures look. If we're being honest, the figures have got this like weird sort of style to them, which make them look terrible. Which I guess makes sense. It's like sort of the animated form. It's meant to be a bit different from how it looks. But to be completely honest with you, I find it hilarious. And yeah, it's not a bad set. I mean, it's not really included much in the Clone Wars, him actually going into Jedi Fighter. But I guess this is just sort of sets around the Clone Wars time. That one was out for 1 year, 11 months in 2008. You got some more droid sets. The droids, and both in terms of the Roger droids and the silver droids, I forget what they're called, sorry. They both look amazing, and their figures have never really changed, and I really like the way they look. And then you go onwards, you've got a Magma Guard fighter, which again looks amazing. Remember, we're doing this in terms of sets, playability, figures, stuff like that. This one did release at £39.15 in the UK. It's not a £39.15 set. I think the Clone Wars sets are a bit pricey. But it does come with some IG 100 Magna Guards, which is a very, very cool inclusion. And then you've got just some Torrents, some more ships. You've got the ATT Walker we looked at in Rebels. It's also got this. This is one of my favourite sets actually, just because it includes Anakin, Ahsoka, Rex, and baby Jabba the Hutt. I forget what he's called, but this is quite an early cool inclusion, and it's cool to see how this evolves later on. Obviously, then you've got the Republic Attack Gunship, which again is a very, very cool set. You've got Plo Koon on this set, you've got Obi-Wan, you've got Ventress, I think you've got Cody in this set as well, which again, it just makes it look amazing. It makes it look really, really cool here. So yeah, I really like some of the figures in this. Like Plo Koon looks amazing, but Obi-Wan looks a little bit too like they've gone with the animation style. He looks, you know what I mean? Like the figure looks a bit too much out there, if that makes sense. And yeah, he looks just a little bit worse there, to be completely honest, in my opinion. And then we just go onwards again. We've got some droid gunships, which are very, very cool. It's just about building it up. If we just look at the prices of these are $84.99 for that Republic gunship. Star Wars sets have always been expensive. We looked at the Rebel sets, and we looked at them and we were like, oh my god, that's so much cheaper than the Bad Batch sets now and stuff like this. But I'm looking at this, these Clone Wars sets are expensive, even all the way back in 2008. You've got the Republic Fighter tank here, which again is a cool set. It'll be cool to like build up your arsenal of all these sets there. You've got the Twilight, which again is from the Clone Wars little movie they did by freeing the Jabba the Hutt. It looks alright, not my favourite build, but again, you've got to remember this is released in 2008. Then you've got the Separatist Spider Droid, some Cooperate Alliance tank droids, and it's just sort of building up the sets that they're made for this era from the Clone Wars. But you just don't really have any of the figures you want. You've got a lot of Ahsoka, you've got a lot of Anakin, you've got a couple of Plo Koon, Ventress. You haven't really got any Count Dooku yet, from what I can see. I think this one might include Count Dooku, yep. Count Dooku Solar Sailor, which again is a very, very cool set. Count Dooku does not have hair in the set, but it's cool to get him as a minifigure. He's probably been a minifigure. Oh no, he does have hair in the set. He probably has been a minifigure previously in the actual prequel set, but this is all very cool. You've got, oh my god, okay, this is a very, very cool set. You've got the Pirate's tank as well, which just having a look at this, this one obviously has got Hondo in it, which is a very, very cool addition into this Lego set as well. So again, I really actually do like this set. Let me just have a look at the minifigures. Yeah, you got Hondo for the first time. He looks quite cool. You got Turk Volso as well here, and then you've got the Buki looking Obi-Wan Kenobi in this set as well. Then you go onwards again. You've got Mace Windu. You finally got a sort of a I forgot what they're called, like the battle droids. I think maybe tactical droid. That is what they are called. That looks again cool. You've got Mace Windu included in that. So this is in 2011 now. So obviously they had a bit of a break between these, and then this is where they get into like a lot more of the Clone Wars style sets for the episodes. Now you've got Rex with Luminara, so the minifigures are cool, but some of them are a bit rubbish. I've actually got this set. I haven't got many Star Wars Clone Wars sets, but I've got the Clone Trooper pack, got a couple of those, and I've also got the Mandalorian pack as well. So, this is a very, very cool set as well, the Bounty Hunter Assault Gunship as well. Just having a look at this, you can see that we do have the Assassin Droid, Sugi, Aura Singh as well. But Aura Singh looks like an amazing figure in this one, and Embo as well. All looking very, very cool in this set. Now, moving on then, there's a lot of sets to go through, that's why I'm kind of rattling through. You've actually got a Jedi Shuttle, which includes... I really do not like the way they've done Anakin and Obi-Wan in these, because everyone else looks really, really cool. Like, he looks like a good character, she looks shucked, he looks like a good character. Anakin and Obi-Wan just look a bit, for phrase of a better word, they look rubbish. That's not how they looked in animation, like, at all. It just is terrible. Oh my god. Okay, so also you've got the Sith Knight Speeder, which includes Savage Press here. So in terms of Lego builds, the sets aren't like particularly great. I told you my last one, I really don't like just building Lego Star Wars ships, find it really dull and stuff. But the figures, some of the figures are really, really good, and obviously the uniqueness in doing Clone Wars is still really, really cool. You've also got Kylo Mundi as well in this set, and there's a lot of minifigures in these sets which are just unique to these sets now. So you've got two unique minifigures in this set, which is Kylo Mundi, and who else is unique to this set then? Is it the Geonosian Dark 10? Oh no, it's the Clone Trooper Commander. Obviously he doesn't really look that unique. Then you've got Yoda. So they basically included a lot of sets which include a lot of the Jedi in it, which is a very, very cool thing to do for me. But the sets don't really make sense. Like, yeah, it's cool to get a Republic figure. I think my biggest query with Star Wars, and even with Star Wars Rebels and stuff, it was so much cooler to do the actual places. Like, the fact that they never built a Jedi Temple is outrageous. Then you've got Clone Walker battle packs, Assassin droid packs, and moving on then you've got a Hyena droid bomber, which looks very cool. Actually, I think I might have a similar set to this. Looks very, very cool. You've got an armoured assault tank with Yoda, and all the droids there. You've got the Republic attack shuttle, which includes Mace Windu and a couple of droids. Then you've got Grievous's starfighter in like a small form, and another one there. Then you go on to here. You've actually got some of the separatists. I actually remember this. And so this is from an episode where the senator sort of betrays him, doesn't he? And I think he might die. Onakon Dafar is obviously included in the set as well. But Anakin's Y-Wing, I don't really remember seeing that much. Venator class Republic attack cruiser, and that's the first time we actually get like a Palpatine figure. Now, I was critical of the Obi-Wan figures, but I actually really like how they've done Palpatine in Clone Wars form. I think he looks really, really good compared to the others. Yeah, and that set actually looks really, really good from the outside as well. You've got Freako Speeder as well there. You've got the Droid Tri-Fighter. So a lot of little sets. You've got Platoon's Fire. Obviously, this is the one he actually dies in, if I'm not mistaken, at the end of Clone Wars. You've got this set, which is really, really cool. So it's got General Grievous Starfighter, but it includes Nadar Veeb, which I think he dies trying to save his old master. You've got the Clone Walker's Turbo Tank. This is a set I always wanted as a kid. Because it comes with some great figures. We haven't seen that much of Ahsoka since 2008 releases. It's got Ahsoka, it's got Obi-Wan, it's got Aayla Secura, and for the first time you get Cad Bane in the set as well, there, which all looks good. And then Cad Bane returns for his own speeder there as well. This is obviously his infiltration of the Senate. Then you've got couple more sets. I've actually got this set as well, the Elite Dual Commander, and I've also got this set here as well with Barriss Teeth as well, who's there for the first time. Then you got some more Jedis. He obviously dies. Again, it's just a lot of Jedi fighters, all quite similar to another. You've actually got the Malevolence. I didn't know this set existed, which, okay, in terms of the ship, the design is not great. It released for £99, which is actually quite cheap in terms of this set, but I do think they could have done a little bit better with the price, if I'm honest. I'm just going to check the minifigures. How many Padme? Okay, I do not. This Padme looks awful. The Count Dooku looks good. I'm not sure about the hair though. You got Pre-Vizsla with the Mandalorian stuff. That's actually really cool. Is there? Let's have a look at the Pre-Vizsla's minifigure then. So he's only in this set. That's actually really cool that they included him in this. We haven't got any Darth Maul yet. So you got the Republic dropship with an AT-OT. That is really cool. So you can connect that, drop it in. There are 8 minifigures in this. Let's have a look. I think they'll probably just be clones. Yep, just a lot of clones in these, but it still looks good. Then we've got just a couple of these sets here as we go onwards then. So in 20, where does it say? Oh, this is 2009, so just a lot of polybag figures down here. I think this is all that is. And then this was released in 2013. So we're getting on now. Yoda obviously doing some very cool sets here. They actually included, okay, so the minifigures are hard to pinpoint because some of them suck and some of them are great. Like Ponko here looks absolutely amazing, by the way, and I'm really happy that he's been included in this. And then just looking onwards, you've got Rex and Obi-Wan again, so the similar design. And then they finally upgraded Ahsoka to a different sort of thing. So this is when she's a Padawan, obviously, and this kind of like really looks like her in live action, by the way. It looks quite like her in Clone Wars, but in live action this literally looks like the actress as well, so that's quite cool. First set with Darth Maul. Let's have a look at this. So this is a Mandalorian speeder. You've got some Mandalorians and Death Watch, I think they are, and then you've got Darth Maul with his like mechanical legs as well, which looks really cool there. Going onwards, then you've got some more Cad Bane stuff, and I think this is this meant to be Obi-Wan? Yeah, it's Obi-Wan, but when he sort of pretends to die and stuff and goes into a bounty hunter, which again, that's really cool. You've got Plo Koon there as well, going back into it. You've got just some more. You've got Coruscant Police Gunship, Senator Commando Troopers, Yoda Jedi Fighter when he goes off with R2. You've also got the Republic Fighter Tank. You've got General Grievous Combat Speeder, and then you've got Anakin Jedi Fighter down there as well with the 501st Legion Troopers. So just some amazing sets. Just I'm not trying to like go off and not say like how good the set looks, stuff like that. They're all very similar. They're all closed off, not like much movability in that. Obviously the playability speaks for itself, but they're all very similar. You've got the Jeweler Mandalore. So actually, if we just look at this, sorry. So you've got 2020, this was 2018, the Anakin Jedi Fighter, and they released quite a few sets in 2018, 2017 then. This one was to be around the time that Season 5, Season 6 was ending. I've got this set as well. This is Darth Maul versus Ahsoka. So Darth Maul was only included in one set previously to this, in terms of Clone Wars sets. And you've got the Mandalorian Super Fighter, which is that, oh, I forgot what he's called. Just have a look at it. Yeah, Saxon is obviously included in that. You see him in Rebels as well. You've got the Republic Fight Tanker here as well. Moving on, you've got some more 501st. You've got the Coruscant Guardship with Palpatine. And see, let's have a look at some of these figures, okay? H2D looks normal. Palpatine looks normal. Padme looks normal. Let's actually have a look at this set. Look, Padme looks completely normal there, and Palpatine looks completely normal there. So it does look better, and Yoda looks completely normal there, and I think that is the end of the set. So obviously these ones released in 2023. You also, yeah, so some of these are just gone, but yeah, most of these have launched just now. So let me just stop the OBS recording there, and let's talk and finally rate LEGO Clone Wars. So I know there's a bit of waffle about just all the different sets, but I just wanted to show you every single one of them. Let's rate it in terms of sets, minifigures, price, playability, and LEGO build then. So in terms of sets, there's a lot of them. I like all the sets, but I don't like how they're built. I think the early building techniques are rubbish. And I think the later ones are a bit lazy, especially for the price you're getting, but it will come to price later. So I'm going to give the build a nice 7.5 out of 10, I think. 7.5 out of 10 will be my thing for the builds. Then going on for the minifigures, again, I like a lot of the minifigures. There's a lot of unique minifigures in Star Wars, but I don't like how they portray some of them in their sort of like animation Clone Wars form, and it doesn't really look that close to how they actually look in the Clone Wars. It just feels like they just made them cartoony, but like at random. So over minifigures, I'm going to give a 7. I don't think the minifigures are that great in terms, just because there's some of them you just don't like. Like you can't have Obi-Wan and Anakin and Ahsoka all looking just a little bit weird. In terms of price, early sets, they're actually a little bit more expensive than I would have expected, and obviously nowadays they are sort of not as expensive as the Bad Batch sets, but they're still pretty expensive. So for the price, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. It's Star Wars, it's always going to be that expensive. Playability, I think that speaks for itself. I think playability is always going to be 10 out of 10 on Star Wars. There's limitless possibilities you can do with a ship. Like if you were going to build a massive scale, you could literally make it moving like a Star Wars scene, and that was because of the ships. And the Lego build itself, I'm going to give an 8 out of 10. I don't like building Lego ships. I don't like building Star Wars ships. I find them all very samey, all very boring, and that's why I haven't really bought that many of them. So that is my ratings in terms of all the sets, minifigures, price, playability, and Lego build here. Thank you guys for watching another Lego Access video, and drumroll please. What do you guys think it is? It is overrated. I'm going to give Lego Clone Wars overrated. I think it's really, really good in parts, but Lego Clone Wars in terms of the sets, definitely not as great as Rebels, and I think it's a little bit overrated. I think people value it a lot highly than it actually is in terms of just the Lego Clone Wars sets. So I'm going to say overrated for that. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next Lego Access video. Peace.